What if success is more dangerous than failure? It sounds ridiculous. Success is what we all want, what we sacrifice for. But history reveals a strange, unsettling pattern. Many of the greatest collapses didn't follow a devastating failure. They happened right after reaching the peak of success. Think about it. Empires fell not while they were struggling, but after they became vast and seemingly invincible. Companies collapsed just after dominating their industries. Leaders lost everything, not when they were climbing the ladder, but after they became untouchable. Why? Because success creates a powerful illusion. The illusion that what worked yesterday will work forever. It breeds a quiet confidence that you found the permanent formula. And when you stop questioning, stop adapting, and stop exploring because you think you've already won, that's precisely when the trap springs shut. The ground gives way when you're most certain of your footing.
Success feels good, almost too good. And that's the problem. Every victory, every achievement whispers in our ear that we're right. It reinforces our beliefs, building a powerful sense of confidence. But there's a dangerous shadow that grows with it. Confidence can slowly, imperceptibly transform into arrogance. It's a quiet poison. People stop questioning their own assumptions. They stop listening to criticism, treating valid points like background noise. They begin to truly believe they have all the answers. History is littered with examples of this pattern in business, politics, and art. The more successful someone becomes, the harder it is for them to hear, let alone admit, that they might be wrong. Their greatest strength becomes their greatest blind spot, a fortress of certainty that eventually leads to their fall.
Have you ever wondered why a champion athlete suddenly loses their edge or a dominant company starts to fail? It's often not one single event, but the slow, quiet poison of success. When we're struggling, we are alive, we're alert, constantly adapting, learning from every mistake because we absolutely have to. That urgency is a powerful fuel. But then success arrives, and with it, comfort. And while comfort feels good, it's the enemy of all growth. It smothers that essential urgency. The very habits that forged your success, the relentless drive, the constant questioning, they start to seem less necessary. Slowly, without you even noticing, the hunger fades. The curiosity that drove you to explore new ideas dims. Your willingness to change is replaced by a desire to protect what you've already built. You begin living off past victories, running on the fumes of yesterday's achievements. The greatest risk of reaching the top is forgetting what it took to climb.
There's a dangerous paradox hidden within success. Look at the Roman Empire. At its zenith, it was a marvel of engineering, law, and military might. It seemed invincible. But it was right there, at its absolute peak, that the seeds of its own destruction were sown. This isn't a uniquely Roman story. It's a pattern we see repeated throughout history, with countless kingdoms, powerful corporations, and celebrated leaders. At their height, they become victims of their own triumphs. Success breeds a dangerous confidence. It makes them slow, rigid, and less adaptable to a changing world. They stop looking over their shoulder. And when reality starts to catch up, when the cracks begin to show, the warning signs are almost always there. But in the bright glare of past glory, nobody wants to see them. They're ignored until it's far too late. It's a potent reminder that sometimes the greatest threat isn't failure, but unchecked success.
Collapse rarely starts with one big mistake. It's not a sudden explosion. It's a quiet, slow decay. It begins with the small things, tiny warning signs, subtle weaknesses, hairline cracks in the foundation that are easy to ignore. But here's the paradox. Success creates a protective bubble, a dangerous illusion of invincibility. Inside that bubble, criticism feels unnecessary. Warnings from the outside seem exaggerated, like needless panic. Any internal problems are rationalized away as temporary hiccups on the road to more success. And because everything still looks strong, polished, and successful from the outside, nobody notices the slow, corrosive rot happening underneath. The decline is invisible, silent, and by the time the cracks become chasms, the collapse is already inevitable.
It's a trap that some of the most successful people fall into. It's insidious because it feels like a reward. Success convinces you that you're special, that the rules that govern everyone else, they've been waived just for you. You start to believe you're fundamentally different. But reality doesn't care about your trophy case. It doesn't remember your past victories. It only responds to your present actions. And the moment you believe you figured it all out, the moment you stop adapting, the decline begins. It's not a sudden collapse. It's a quiet, slow erosion of everything you built. A decline that isn't immediate, but is absolutely inevitable. So remember, your greatest achievement can become your greatest liability if you let it convince you that you no longer have to try.
What if the greatest threat to your success is success itself? It's a pattern we see repeated constantly in the modern world. Think of Nokia and BlackBerry. They were titans of the mobile industry, completely untouchable, but their dominance bred a dangerous confidence. They were so sure of their own success that they were blind to the iPhone, revolutionizing their entire world. We saw it with companies like WeWork, valued at billions, that ignored fundamental business sense until it all came crashing down. It even happens to entire industries. Department stores blindsided by e-commerce, newspapers that failed to see the internet coming. The lesson is always the same. Success creates confidence. Too much confidence creates a profound blindness, a blindness to change, to risk, to your own fatal flaws. And that blindness doesn't just cause a stumble, it leads to a complete collapse. It's a stark reminder that the moment you believe you're invincible is the moment you've already begun to fall. We spend our lives chasing success, seeing it as the finish line, the final destination. But what if that's wrong? What if success isn't the end of the race, but the start of a much harder one? It's a test of your character. When the world is praising you, can you stay humble? When others look to you for answers, can you keep learning? And when everyone agrees with you, do you still have the courage to question yourself? Think about it. History teaches a brutal lesson. Failure rarely destroys us. It stings, but it also forges resilience and teaches what not to do. Success, however, can be a slow poison. It breeds complacency. It whispers that you're invincible, that the hard work is over. And that's the real trap. The greatest danger you will ever face isn't the possibility of losing. It's believing you've already won.